Alright boys, after a long hiatus, we are back in action. Doing some live streaming. It's been a minute. Crazy few months. I hope that my audio is working properly. Alright, got these gloves on. If you like these gloves, you can get them linked in the description. Maybe not on this channel. I need to put them in this channel too, but on my other channel, they're linked in the description. You get a little discount. Use my code. You know how it goes. There we go. See, I don't know if you guys can see this, but the left screen is so choppy. This screen and this screen are totally fine, but this looks like it has like a 30 or 20 FPS frame rate. It's just so choppy and not smooth. And I actually sent it in to ASUS for a warranty claim. They said, hey, we can't figure out what's wrong with your monitor. We don't have any issue here. And yeah, rather unfortunate. I'm not sure what to do about that, because it is still in warranty. I haven't done this track in a minute. Well, for those who follow my other channel, I do own and track an ND3 Mazda Miata for 2024. It's the club, it's got the Brembo, the BBS, the Recaro, and that's why I do a lot of iRacing with the MX-5 now. Well, that's not true. I don't do a lot of iRacing, as you guys can see. I'm very inactive on this channel. But when I do hop on iRacing occasionally, once every 3 months or whatever it is, then I like to hop in the MX-5 because it's obviously the most relevant to the car that I actually drive when I go to the track. Is so bad. I need to figure that out. But a couple things I want to talk about today. So number one is the current Miata status. I will be elaborating on this a bit more in... Oh jeez. Oh no! So current MX-5 status. Current MX-5 status is that I'm starting to like the car more because I've been reviewing more cars on track. You guys are going to see a bunch of new track reviews from the end of last year and the first quarter of this year. Various cars that are across the spectrum in terms of price, in terms of performance, in terms of just every dimension. And it makes me appreciate the Miata more and more for what it is. I do still think and still maintain that the Miata is an overrated vehicle, the way that people talk about it as if it's the best car ever made. I think that it is a very compelling vehicle, but all vehicles have obviously drawbacks, weaknesses, and I'm going to be addressing some of those drawbacks and weaknesses in the coming months, so you'll have to see on that channel what I end up doing. But in short, the main issues I have with the Miata, I'm just going to go all out and just fix them to the best of my ability. Really overslowed there. So it looks like my recent best is a 1 minute .6 and my optimal is a 1 minute .3. So I'm going to try to beat that on this little practice session. Getting some screen tearing now too, even though I've set my FPS to a maximum of... Wait, why am I at 71 FPS, 82? I'm not sure what goes on here, because sometimes the computer like can stream and push 140 FPS, no issue. Other times, big issues, and then I restart the computer and it's back to normal. even on the same track, because I know there is some track variability, right? Some tracks are not as optimized as others and such. So yeah, Miata life is looking up. It's looking good, and I'm excited for what's coming this year with the Miata build. Don't need to go to first down there. Go save in second. The other thing I was reflecting on in the Miata ownership journey is how I placed a bit too much trust in the suggestions and opinions of those on the internet, on various forums and subreddits and such. And in hindsight, I wish I didn't, because now that I am more involved in the track community, I'm starting to see... Essentially, here's what it comes down to. There are many people that will speak with a lot of certainty regarding the Miata and what they believe are the more or less worthwhile mods, and which type of Miata you should buy for your intended use case, etc., etc. And I was having a conversation with a buddy who is going to be featured on the channel as a guest soon, because he very much keeps it real in a way that I absolutely love. And I'm not paying attention, hit the red over there. And essentially, here's what it comes down to. Online, you have to remember... actually, let me back up. Don't even think about online. Think about at your average track day, there's a wide spread in terms of skill sets, right? And it can even be intimidating because you may see these people in these like proper track built cars, like they clearly mean business, right? And man, these guys must be so quick, and I don't want to get in their way, and they know much more than I must about going to the track and cars and yada yada. And then you actually follow behind them and you realize, well, that's just an illusion. Anyone can buy any vehicle, and you can't judge a book by its cover. So what I mean by that is you will go to an event, like I was just at an event this past weekend in my Miata, and I was getting point buys from, you know, a track-built aero, like properly track-prepped Mustang GT. And, oh shit, wasn't paying attention. And what you'll see is that at any given track day, there's a wide range of skills. And I think if you're anything like me, you will probably underestimate yourself and overestimate others, which is not a bad thing to do, because it's better to be more humble rather than to be more cocky. You'll get in trouble when you're cocky and your ego's out of control, and you'll be much safer and learn much more rapidly when you have humility. But where it does become an issue, where it became an issue for me, is when you take advice from people that may not be as knowledgeable, and you may place too much credit where credit may not be due. So in the Miata community, as an example, many people told me, oh, if you're going to track it and such, you want to get the upgraded brakes, get the club with the BBR package, the Brembo, the BBS, and Recaro. And I regret doing that because, first of all, I knew the BBS wheels I wasn't going to keep, so whatever, not a big deal. I figured that the Recaros and the upgraded Brembos, though, would be keepers. And still, the package is like $4,500. What no one really told me, and what most people would say online, is that, oh yeah, the Brembo, they're great, but what no one really says is that actually if you are more competent on track, then they're going to hold you back pretty early on, and pretty significantly too. So, talking with some friends now who are more experienced and more on, you know, the advanced side of things, like, oh yeah, dude, of course you should not have gotten the Brembo. It was like totally not worth it. Obviously, this is going to be an issue. And I was like, well, where did you even hear that? He's like, oh, well, it wasn't from the internet because no one says that. It's just from talking to other Miata owners on track, but you have to talk to those only who are actually quick. Because everyone's going to have an opinion, but not everyone's going to necessarily know what's best for you, because they may assume that you're just like them. They may not have the awareness to know that, oh, you're going to drive the car a lot harder than what they're currently doing. And I say that as I'm driving like total shit right now on iRacing, but those track videos from my Thunderhill and Sonoma track days are going to be coming soon. But that's another thing I've been wrestling with, is really the idea that who you take advice from is so important. And obviously I'm in the medical education niche, and there's more obvious because I have greater expertise there than I do with cars and track days and building, you know, prepping a Miata. I only started tracking in 2020, and even in the first 2 years, I think I only did like 1 or 2 events. Most of the events have been since like 2022 and onwards. So with medical education, it's very obvious for me to sniff out what's good and what's nonsense, right? Because I have more expertise, but in areas where I don't have the expertise, I need to rely on others, and I may not be able to sniff that out quite as readily. What am I doing in this group that has all these entries? I should go to another group. Alright, well, we got down to 1 minute point 4. Let's go to... Yeah, so going back to what I was talking about at the beginning of the video on why I'm appreciating the Miata more, as I've been driving more and more cars on track, I'm beginning to appreciate the Miata more for what it is, because even, like, I reviewed a Cayman GT4 on track just on Sunday, and great inputs, great mid-engine balance, great transmission, but strut suspension very much holds it back. And it's light enough, but the Miata is so much lighter that you really feel the difference, and you enjoy that difference. And the Miata, unlike things like the GR86, FRS, BRZ, and I did own both an FRS and a GR86 for several years, the Miata does not compromise on things like suspension architecture. So you have double wishbone in the front, not McPherson's truck. That's a big issue when you start pushing the car on track, giving way to understeer and such. I don't like that it's a convertible. I would prefer hardtop, and I have to lower my seat bracket and get this roll bar and all this stuff. But the input quality in the Miata is also notably better than in the GR86 and BRZ. And the fact that it's so light and you can really beat on it lap after lap, except for the brakes, which I'm surprised that more people don't have issues with the brakes. But again, most of the people that are driving these cars on track are not pushing the car as hard. So that is, again, the main thing that I'm going to be fixing in the future. bedtime alarm was going off right there. Snoozed it for now. And yes, I need a bedtime alarm. you guys are probably, what the fuck was a bedtime alarm? If I didn't, I'd stay up way too late. Never sleep. Ah, botched that corner. Come on, man. Lost fucking 3/10 right there. Hit the turtles. You guys remember that kid from YouTube way back in the day? I like turtles. So if I could do it all over again and I had to buy a Miata, ND3 generation of course, because the steering I feel is just so much better that no, I would not even consider an ND2 personally. And that's just because I care a lot more about steering than the average person. I would get a club, because I want the LSD. I think that the OEM LSD is fine, I don't think you need to go aftermarket. But I would not get the Brembo BBS Recaro, because I would obviously be getting my own wheels, I'd be getting my own brakes, and the Recaros are decent, but not great if you're taller. I'd just get my own buckets, really. And I could do all of that well within the budget versus having to, you know, do what I did of... Oh, that was horrible. Well, I'm down to 1 minute point 3, which is always good. Dude, what am I doing? I gotta figure out a way to make this iRacing thing more common. I feel like I don't spend nearly enough time on the rig. It can actually be very good practice for real life driving too. Not ideal. I remember when I first got my sim rig, I was like, why do I suck so bad on the sim? So much worse than I am IRL. And I had a buddy come over who had like won multiple S2000 time attacks and was like a very good driver, and he was even worse than me, and I was like, what is going on? And it's because there is a learning curve to sim racing, because you don't have the same sense of speed, you don't have the same, obviously, G-forces, and some people rely more on vision to correct oversteers, other people rely more on their vestibular system. I fall more to the vestibular camp. I think part of it might even be due to things you were doing as a child. So if you played a lot of sports or did things related to balance, I think your vestibular system maybe you may be more reliant on it when it comes to driving a car at the limit. And I think because I fall into that category, without having, you know, vestibular feedback in the sim, I found it much harder to actually place the car correctly, understand what the car is doing at any given moment, and I would just constantly spin. Now I've trained myself to rely much more on vision and on the steering wheel feedback. driving like Shiza now. Getting slower and slower. You know, another thought that I was having earlier today when I was doing some calls today related to my main business, Med School Insiders, and I do feel like it's shockingly easy to stand out today, and one of the families had mentioned you know, some comments about the quality of our insights on YouTube and such, and I was like, I mean, these are things that, you know, I'm not the only person in this industry that's, you know, trying to help people get into med school and is trying to do it in the best way possible using data. And I mean, we rely on data much more than what I've seen other people do. But, you know, why is that? And why are these insights so unique and not more common? And we're trying to make them more common by sharing it with our audiences and putting this out for free on YouTube and such, because we want to help pre-meds. I was once that confused pre-med without anyone in the family who went into medicine or healthcare at all, and I feel for them. And it got me thinking, like, I'm not sure if it's a reflection of the times or something else, but I do think it is easier and easier to stand out in modern day. At least to have a really good product and really good insights. I think the marketing piece is more competitive now than ever before. But marketing only gets you so far. I definitely have that more like builder mindset, really, oh, let me just build a great product and then the people will follow after, which I learned a couple years ago that's actually not true, because even if you have a great product, people can outmarket you. And essentially what happened is I had some calls with some customers who told me they had previously worked with some other larger companies, more established, been around longer in the space, and they had a very negative experience, but then they worked with our company, and this was like a post, you know, after they had completed a package with us, I wanted to like get their feedback and see what can we do better, what's going well, etc. That's how we keep improving. And they're like, dude, your product is phenomenal. It's so much better than this other company, and here's what I had with the other company. I was like, oh my god, really? Because based on their marketing, I would not have expected that to be your experience. And they were essentially telling me that the advice they got was very generic. It was like, follow your heart, nonsense like that they could have gotten for free. And they said, yeah, with your team, with your doctor, I had some really actionable feedback. I got the support I needed. I was much happier. I was actually much more successful. And couldn't recommend it enough. I said, wow, thank you. And that was one of these moments where I really don't text and drive, kids. There we go. That was one of those moments where I realized how important marketing is, and how even if you have the better product, sometimes only people that have purchased from two different companies will understand the product difference rather than choose you in the first place, right? But I was chatting with my friend who also tracks his Miata. I don't know why I just gave up there. I was like, these turbos are going to damage my suspension. I don't think they actually did. But I was chatting with this Miata friend, and I had asked him, you know, you've owned your Miata for so many years, what's next for you? He's like, dude, I actually don't, I'm pretty happy with the Miata for a track, and he's done a lot. He bought the club and then modded it. He did not get the club with the Brembo BBS Recaros. Essentially, I wish I took his path. And I asked him, you know, well, why Miata? Why not something else? And he's the same as me in that he believes that the Cayman GT4 is inherently just so limited with its strut suspension, strut front and rear, and we don't want that. And a GT3 is fantastic, but then the price just gets out of hand. Not just to own, it already is a very expensive car to own, but owning a car and tracking a car are two very different things. I would feel comfortable owning a GT3, I would not feel comfortable tracking a GT3. When you look at the insurance costs, the risk, the consumables, etc., it's just not, it's a whole nother echelon really in terms of all variables, right? And I was thinking, well, between a Miata and a GT3, there has to be something that I would want to eventually upgrade to, and that's not happening anytime soon. I'm going to keep my Miata for all of 2026, at least. And tires are just getting a little bit hot. And I was thinking, like, actually there aren't really any cars that I would. Like, I think the GR86, BRZ, longer wheelbase, far less trail brake rotation happy, compromised suspension in the front, the architecture, and also the engine reliability. That's one of the main reasons I actually got rid of it a couple years ago, was because of the engine blowing up. And so that's out. I don't like a lot of these. I mean, even if I go recent used, well, let me just say Camaro, right? So like, you can't get the Camaro SS1 LE anymore, but even if I go used, like, very capable car, but still a bit heavy for my liking. Mustang, heavy for my liking. Supra, heavy and numb for my liking. M2, well, essentially all the modern BMWs. And I just go down the list, and I'm like, yeah, none of these cars, even the Lotus Emira and Lotus Evora GT, like, cool cars, but, you know, the Emira is just not great on track, and you have to do a lot of mods to then make it great on track, but then you're not going to enjoy it as much on street, and I really think the car is so incredible on street, straight from factory, so I want to maintain that. And then, yeah, I don't know what else I would get. It's really like Miata at this point, and with the rumors of Mazda and Toyota collaborating on the next 86 and Miata, that will probably be very high on my list. But then, assuming these rumors are correct, the Mazda version is going to be a convertible with inline 4-cylinder, and then the Toyota version is going to be hardtop with a turbo 3. And I prefer hardtop, but I also prefer naturally aspirated, and I think I'm gonna prefer naturally aspirated more than I'm gonna prefer hardtop over convertible. So then the question then becomes, can I fit in it? I'm gonna have to do this whole situation with, like, you know, seat lowering bracket and all those things to be able to drive the car and enjoy it. I don't know, but if there is a new Miata or an, you know, 86 Twins, I will almost certainly get one of them as my next car.
Hey, what's going on?
Yo, Mike, how are you, man?
Doing good. What's going on there? You racing?
I'm just doing some practice while streaming and rambling like an old man.
Alright.
I'm,
what is it, Lime Rock in the Miata?
Yeah, Lime Rock.
This week? Okay. You ever there before in real life?
I have not. You?
No. I've only been to Spring Mountain and the Vegas Speedway. That's it for me.
Spring Mountain's a good spot, man. Really good spot.
Is that where you did your truck day? In the Emira that time, that weekend?
Yeah, that was Spring Mountain. Charleston Peak.
Yes. Okay. How was it? It looks like the ass gets lost in that car a little bit, huh?
The what?
The rear end looks a little loose in the car.
It can be, but I wasn't pushing the car that hard. But yeah, I know it definitely can be, oh, I just fucked my suspension. Yeah, it definitely can get loose.
Okay. Okay.
What are you doing right now on iRacing?
I have a race Thursday on Bathurst, so I'm trying to get better in the Mustang, which I have to drive.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay in the Miata, but I'm not the Miata though. In the McLaren and the BMW, I'm running pretty quick, but I can't get the Mustang to run quick.
I'm actually kind of bored of this Lime Rock track, so I'm gonna try something else.
Do you own a GT3 car?
Let's see.
I think everyone gets the Ferrari.
So, which license is this? Or do I even need the license to join practice?
I don't think so to test drive or join to practice. I don't think you
This
do.
is sports car GT3?
It's GT3 China server.
How do I find that?
GT3, you have to, you're probably only looking at stuff you're licensed for, so you have to change the license. Search.
GT4, GT3 Asia Pacific?
Yeah.
Mount Panorama Circuit.
Yeah, that's Bathurst. Australia. You ever drove that track?
I have not. Do I want to buy this track?
Oh, you don't own the track either.
I don't know if I care enough to do Bathurst right now.
Yeah, you don't know that it's a rough track. It's a lot of elevation, downhill. It's like the craziest track ever. What about Road America? You own that?
Yeah, I should have Road America. Let me see where that is.
That's GT3 Americas. Right next to the China one.
GT3 Americas, here we go. Alright, so now I'm going to choose a car. Oh, I do have the
Probably
Ferrari.
have the Ferrari.
Yeah.
You own the Mustang though, right?
No Mustang, but I think I saw another one that I was eligible to drive. Not the Mustang, but oh, the McLaren. Let's try the McLaren.
You have the McLaren?
Why not?
That's my favorite car.
I should have got an update.
Like right now in GT3, the fastest car is the Mustang and the Mercedes. The new like physics.
With the new physics and the updates and everything?
Yeah. Still faster than the McLaren though.
I'm just waiting to update. I'm gonna do this for another 10 minutes and then I gotta be an old man and go to
Alright.
sleep.
Work's busy, right?
Work's busy, but dude, you know what actually is happening is that I'm going kind of ham at the gym. Maybe because I'm single again, and I'm just like, you know, want to be in the best shape of myself, like going hard. And the issue with that is that I need more sleep. And I'll sleep seven and a half hours. I'm like exhausted the next day because I'm going pretty hard on the gym. I'm doing cardio. I did both strength and cardio today, and I just need to give my body more time to recover, I think.
Okay.
Don't get old, Michael. I don't recommend
going to the gym. Yeah, no, it's rough. It's rough.
But there's like some reverb with your mic today.
I feel weak.
I'm not sure what's different with your mic setting.
It's not. I'm not back at the computer yet.
Oh,
We'll be in 1 second.
Got it.
I'll join that track too.
Dude, I'm streaming right now, right? And I got, I think, 66 subscribers now.
Really?
3 subscribers shy of greatness, but I'm excited. It's gonna be good times all around.
You're doing good. It's Jubal and Racing Channel, right? That's the one you're doing for iRacing?
Yeah, Jubal and Sim Racing.
Okay. Yeah, I made a few YouTube videos just to get the fear out of doing it again.
Hell yeah, man. What are the videos? Are they sim racing or actual car
No,
stuff?
I made like driving videos in the car.
Oh yeah, man.
I made one like about the Lotus story behind it.
Link it to me. Take a look at the Lotus one.
Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah.
So you got your Amira?
Yeah, it's back. Running good.
Oh, it is running good now.
Yeah, it's good.
That's a relief.
It was a fluke. The check engine light was a fluke. It's not going to happen again, I don't think.
Dude, I hope so.
The lemon law is still going through though, for sure. Well, I think for sure. So
It's gonna be a long process, huh?
I don't think so. I gave him the final like work order when I picked the car up, and they're like in negotiation with Lotus. They said so. I think it's moving.
Okay, that's promising.
I'll get to keep it for now, drive it around, enjoy it a little bit.
Oh yeah, man.
Been fun. I like the suspension. The touring suspension seems pretty cool.
Dude, Lotus does such a good job in dialing suspension where you don't need adaptive dampers to have different modes. You just have like a very well calibrated suspension from factory.
Like you could suck up bumps like basically like you could really hit bumpy roads and move through them quick with that car, quicker than a lot of other cars.
True that. True that.
No, about the Vet though. The Vet might be a little better with that Magna ride. Less of a feel, but I think it handles it a little bit better.
I don't know. I did it back to back, and that's what I was expecting too, because it's the more sophisticated Magna ride technology, right? But the issue is the weight of the car. So to get body control that is decent, right? The overall suspension, both the spring rates and the damping, has to be so much stiffer that you get this like harshness on initial impact that even in the comfortable setting, I'm like, wait, why is this actually not as comfortable as I was expecting? It's still a comfortable car, but you just can't overcome physics when the car weighs, what is it, like 36, 3,700 pounds?
I think it's around 36 change,
Yeah,
yeah.
it depends on whether you're getting
So it's definitely
the
heavier.
Targa or not. So, you know, if you round it up to what 37, 3750, whatever. I remember. I think I did a comparison, a video out by Pioneer.
You can hear me now, right? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah. I need to figure out how to get my chat. There's like a live chat feature on these streams too. I'm too much of a
Sorry, I messed up switching over.
too much of a boomer to figure this shit out.
Is anyone in the stream?
I have no idea.
All right. Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. I switched over. Hey, my friend has the Stingray. That's the one I drove.
Oh no, you're good, man.
It's a convertible.
I'm trying to get on this Road America. I just wanted to do like one lap, and now it's like I got 5 minutes before I gotta go sleep. Let's see, GT3.
You could do 2 laps. Let's see.
Alright, 2 laps.
I'm gonna pick the practice. The MR 684.
Oh, okay, you're
Number
doing
684. Yeah, I'm hopping on Road America.
Okay, solid, solid. I thought you were gonna do Bathurst, but I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm not that good here either, so. Good track to
I haven't
learn.
done a full lap at Road America, but I've done partial laps at Road America during some press launch events with.
Oh, you did?
Actually, not a launch event, but like a media event where like a bunch of car
Okay.
reviewers come, but then they don't give you a full lap. They give you essentially you take it out of the pits, and then they have a bunch of like cones at various high speed sections to make sure you don't carry too much speed, and then you bring it back in, so you don't even go on the main straight.
Figures. You go, what was it, Wisconsin?
Yeah. Yeah, the allergies there, if you have allergies, it can be insane though.
It's a rough place, yeah. That's a rough winter, too.
Dude, you know, I thought my monitor was fixed, but it's back. The whole like, I don't know what to do about it, man. You need to get back in touch with ASUS.
Yeah.
Be like, what the fuck?
Do you think it's the monitor for sure?
It's for sure the monitor. I've swapped monitors around. I have changed the cables. I have changed the port on the computer that it's plugged into. It is the monitor, 100%. Because otherwise,
Did they
the
give
issue.
you a new one or they just fixed yours?
What's that?
They gave you a new one, or they just fixed
They
it?
didn't do anything. They just said, hey, your thing's fine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good.
Dude, this might be my first ever time in the McLaren.
Really? At least showing it.
Oh, whoa.
Feels different than the Miata, huh?
Oh, holy crap. Steering's so heavy.
Might have to
Whoa,
lower
dude,
it a
under
little bit.
braking, just completely the tail comes out. Wow.
Yeah, you have to get used to this. This is like the lightest car in the game, like the lightest GT3.
Maybe able to dial in my, like... I don't know if I've set up my controls on this new... I set my traction and stuff on this.
It should just be on fixed setup.
Oh, this is fixed. Okay.
Are you able to move through your black box?
Actually, I don't...
Like scroll through it while you're on the screen?
I don't know. I need to... Oh, dude. I'm just spinning everywhere.
Yeah, you have to get used to it. If you're used to the Miata, it's like a total different car.
No kidding.
I always wondered if these like feel like the real life car.
Yeah, you gotta ask one of those YouTubers that is an actual race car driver.
Right? I think it does feel a little weird. Let's see.
Wow, the steering gets so heavy mid-corner.
It feels heavy?
Yeah, I can always play with the settings. This is good. I like how dynamic the steering is. There's a huge range. Oh, no chicane.
If you check the force feedback, mine is usually around like 50, 53.
Yeah,
I think
I
our
can-
wheel strength's about the same. It shouldn't be like 20 like the Miata's like low, 25 or something. It should not be there in this car.
No, I can always adjust. I'm not concerned about it. Just the driving experience right now is so... Oh, dude. Keep losing the rear.
Doesn't it feel like real fast though compared to like the Miata in
Oh,
the
dude,
game?
so much faster. Insane.
Whenever I go back to Miatas, it's like weird.
You ever feel like by driving cars that are more similar to what you own in real life that it would be more translatable to when you go to Spring Mountain?
Yeah. Just there's nothing like my car and the cars in the game. It's like, and the car in the game feels different than like my car. Like if I go on like a Assetto course and I pick a Cayman, it feels like nothing like my car. It's weird. Plus it's not manual, you know. It doesn't feel too much like it.
That's fair.
When do they have the Las Vegas Speedway on a Assetto course? I should look for it.
Probably as a mod.
And I don't know, for some, like for me, it doesn't feel like the track feels like, the game doesn't feel like real life to me. Like when I'm on the track, it just feels different.
Yeah, the physics is just not quite as sophisticated as what they have here, in my opinion. But I think with
Yeah.
mods you can make the physics better, but I still don't think it ever gets quite as good as iRacing.
Like I've done that Spring Mountain track on the track, I know it well. Like the turns and shit. On the game, I don't even know the turns. It like looks totally different. It's weird.
Oh, really?
Next weekend, not this, the weekend after is the one I'm going to. The Las Vegas Speedway.
Which org?
Las Vegas Speedway. I'm going with the Speed Ventures
Speed Ventures, yeah.
weekend.
We did a Speed Ventures event out there several years back.
It seems pretty cool. One day you do the track like the normal way, and the second day you do it like backwards.
I don't really like that personally. I just want to do the same layout and just like...
That would be better, right? You learn it
Yeah,
better.
because on the second day you're gonna know it much better than the first day, but I don't know. I guess people want to switch it up. It feels
Yeah,
like a
it's a
totally
little
new track
weird.
the second day then.
Spring, I mean, I know Vegas Speedway does that a lot. They switch it like clockwise and counterclockwise.
Alright, at least I did one lap now without spinning out.
Oh, nice. See, you getting it?
slow as fuck though.
This is a hard track. It's a lot of turns to get the
216.
perfect. 216. All right. Now try to get a good lap in.
I'll do one more lap and I gotta go sleep.
Yeah. I'm taking the mini to the track this time. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I think it'll be good there. I think that's a good track for it. Plus, I won't get rock chips in the Porsche.
Yeah.
Is Laguna Seca usually like $550?
Laguna is one of the most expensive
For one
tracks.
day?
Yeah. That sounds about right.
So it is that much.
Alright, I just crashed, so fuck it, I'm gonna call it early.
All right, that's
Actually,
it.
not
huh?
even early. I was supposed to stop at 9 p.m. It's now 9:02.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
man, Laguna's just more expensive, but I honestly, you got to do it once or twice. But it's kind of an overrated track. It's not that great of a track. I think a lot of people.
No.
It's iconic. I love it. I mean, I still personally enjoy it because it's, you know, I used to play Gran Turismo and it's such an iconic track. I learned about cars and driving at the limit, driving that in Gran Turismo as a kid on my little PlayStation 2 with my controller and whatever. But I think Sonoma and Thunder Hill I find more enjoyable because there's more of a rhythm to the track,
Okay.
whereas Laguna is like you have to master a couple corners and then you just it's a straight and then you do another corner, then it's a straight, and there aren't as many corners that link together in as technical of a way as Sonoma or Thunder Hill. And it's still a great track and I enjoy going there, but you know, if I could only do one track in the Bay Area or NorCal for the rest of my life, it'd probably be Sonoma and then Thunder Hill.
Yeah, Sonoma seems cool,
And
right?
then,
I like Sonoma.
Yeah, Laguna last place. So
Okay.
all right, man. Well, good catching up with you on this brief session, and let's do it again later this week, man.
Sounds good. You got it. I'll